Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Top 10 here at the CIOPCC. Today we're going to do my top 10 favorite gorilla slash monkey figures. There are a bunch of them out there. Gorillas and monkeys have always been a popular choice for characters, but I'm going to try to avoid doing more than one of the same character, even when companies have done multiple versions. So, I'm going to try. I'm going to start over here with a funny one. Magilla Gorilla. Now, you probably don't even know who Magilla Gorilla is. This was a great set from McFarlane when they went back and did some 60s cartoons. In front there we have Johnny Quest. They did a whole bunch of them, a whole series of these. They were terrific. And Magilla is a lot of fun. I have very fond memories of Magilla Gorilla from when I was a kid. So now we're going to do another animated gorilla. I said I wasn't going to do too many of the same characters, but I am going to do technically two Kongs. One of them is an animated version, but he's sort of Kong. I mean, yeah, he's Kong, but the reality is he's also Homer Simpson. We're going to go with the Kong Homer from Playmates line. World of Springfield is number 9. Took me a long time to get over here. He's one of their Treehouse of Horror figures. And now, number 8 is also going to be an animated figure. See, even in animated lines, there's a whole bunch of gorillas and monkeys. That's going to be Cygor, sorry. I'll get to Cygor here in a minute. Cygor. Now, we've got a bunch of different Cygors. Spawn, McFarlane liked to do these. I'm going with the animated one. You can see up there, there's one of the very first ones he did. But it's the animated version I really like. I really like the animated line in general. I've got a couple of variants to pick up to finish it off. But it's a terrific, fun line, and it's really cheap. I want to do a collection focused video on that because it's a cheap one you can still get into easily. All right, so I said I was going to try to not do too many Kongs, but along with Kong Homer, I'm going to do one more that's a traditional Kong. A lot of companies have done King Kong. NECA, McFarlane, Star Ace. You can see down there. There we have the McFarlane version. Up there we have a couple of Star Ace. But it's this Mezco. They did them a couple of different ways with the yelling head, the snarling head, the closed mouth. But it's a terrific, that's a big Kong. Takes up some space, and you can actually have some smaller, like 4-inch figures that look good with him. So, where he's going with number 7. Number 6 is a Build-A-Figure that was produced by Toy Biz. They did it as part of their Legendary Comic Book Heroes series. They did O'Brien, and if you do O'Brien, you got to do Monkey Man, who's right down over here with O'Brien standing in front of him. Like the pit next to him, he is a Build-A-Figure, and he's one of those smart gorillas. Now, NECA did a whole bunch of figures for the Planet of the Apes. Likewise, I didn't want to do, load up on all of those figures, but they're all fantastic, so it's impossible to pick one. I do like the Gorilla Soldiers, though. Any one of the Gorilla Soldiers works great and is easily my number 5 on the list. Number 4, another favorite line, is DC Universe Classics, and they did the next 2. Number 4 is Gorilla Grodd, another Build-A-Figure. They kept that real natural gorilla look, giving him some extra bits. And then, in number 3 spot is the Ultra Humanite, another Build-A-Figure in the DC UC line. I love this line. It's one of the best lines ever produced. And the Ultra Humanite is excellent. Now, there's other Ultra Humanites, like there's the Justice League version over there. But it's the DC UC that gets my number 3 spot. Now, Hot Toys, believe it or not, also did an ape. They did a Planet of the Apes. Unfortunately, they didn't go very far with the line, but they did do the one right up there. Let's zoom in on him. They actually did 3. I'm going to pick this Gorilla Soldier. It's my fave. They also did the General Ursus and another Gorilla Soldier. But I'm going with that one as number 2. We'll zoom back out again and look at number 1. For the number top spot, remember I mentioned Cygor earlier. Cygor is going to get the top spot. He's just a really terrific figure. Master of the Universe line overall is a fantastic line. And this guy is looking like he's just about ready to tear you a new one. So there you go. There's my top 10 gorilla and monkey figures. Let me know what your favorites are. Make sure you subscribe. And on Wednesday, we're going to do another favorite collection. We're going to cover the green section that I promised earlier. So have a great one.